play the game with no timeouts. You ride my wave, you're getting wiped out. Big mistakes get wiped out. I spot you like a lighthouse. Watch your moves like a night owl. On a full moon, wolves gon' howl. Can't bounce back, no rebounds. I show up like me how. Yo, and yo, it's your boy Ice, back with another episode. Welcome to the tip-off. You heard? Now, today, I'm not going to even talk about the Nets. Well, I am, but I'm not, but I am. Y'all going to get what I'm saying, right? Right now, I'm talking about Long Island Nets. You know what I mean? The G Leaguers. Y'all know I support the G Leaguers. This episode is partly for the G Leaguers and partly for the Brooklyn Nets, you heard? So we're going to talk about the G League real quick. I got to give a shout out to Drew Timme. Y'all heard me talk about Drew Timme before. So I'm going to give a bigger shout out to Drew Timme. He has been balling, averaging 24, 10 rebounds, 4 assists for Long Island since he got here midway through the season. Now, I'm going to show y'all something about Timme as I pull it up on the screen real quick. You know what I mean? Right. Hold on. Y'all going to see it? Y'all going to see that? Overtime. He dropped a 50 burger. He dropped a 50 burger in overtime. I think he had either 7 to 9 assists. Bro, what are we going to do with Drew Timme? What are we going to do with Drew Timme? You know what I mean? What are the Nets going to do with Drew Timme? You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna let it keep flashing up there while I do my little thing on the side. You heard? Pause. But we ain't finna do that. You know what I mean? Like, the guy has been hooping. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna talk about that game. Drew Timme, 50 points, 9 rebounds, right? And shot 21 for 26. Unheard of. If that's not a game, you talking about having a great game? That's beyond a great game. You heard? That's beyond a great game. That is a very good game to remember. Like, he won't never forget that. He won't never forget that ever. 50 burger and 9 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? And he had 1 steal and 2 assists that game. But he's averaging 24, 10, and 4 in a G League. So what can he do on the NBA level? Can he produce like that on the NBA level? I'm not saying average 24. Can Timme average anywhere from 10 to 15, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 assist? Can he do that? The fans, I've seen fans say they want Drew Timme called up, right? I seen fans say they want Killian Hayes on the roster for other reasons. But Killian Hayes been hooping. I'm going to get to that too. But in the summer league now, do y'all believe the Nets are going to keep Drew Timme on his roster and call him back in the summer league to ball out? See what he got to offer for the next upcoming season with these rookies we about to draft. And I'm going to get into that too. Let me know something. Holla at me in the comments. You know what I mean? I'll be watching. I'll be looking. Let me know. But here's the stats for the game. And your boy Derek, he's coming back. As I said, he hasn't got his legs back yet, but he's on his way back. He dropped 15 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound. He was a -7. I don't want to get to that. You know what I mean? But he was 4 for 4 from 3 and 5 and 6 for the field. You know what I mean? 5 for 6 for the field, 4 for 4 from 3. I'm telling y'all, Derek coming back. Don't act like I didn't tell y'all. I believe. I believe by summertime he should have his legs back. I'm not saying that's guaranteed, but I think in the offseason he's going to work on getting his legs back under him. You know what I mean? And your boy Tucson Awoma, 20 points, right? 1 steal, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Yo, don't sleep on Tucson like he can't ball because he basic. Basic players with basic skills kill sometimes on the court. You know what I mean? I heard me talk about Drew Timme, Tyson Etienne, the one we gave the two-way to, 19 points, 3 steals, 4 assists. He didn't have a good outing shooting from 3. He was 6 from 18 for the field and 4 for 14 from 3. And usually he's a 3-point shooter, but he didn't have a good 3-point shot. Now, Killian Hayes, as I talked about, you know what I mean? I'm going to put the phone down. 18 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Look, that's a solid game. Killian Hayes been playing solid. As I said last time, he said he didn't want to sit at home and do nothing. He wanted to come back and hoop with the fellas. Now, we didn't sign Killian Hayes because it's the end of the season to another 10-day contract. They didn't think it was worth it at the end of the season. He said he didn't want to stay at home, came back to the G League team, Long Island, and started hooping again. You know what I mean? And I told y'all about Reese Beekman. What did I say about Reese? Don't sleep on Reese because he's in the G League. 22 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. That's solid. That's solid. Now is the question is Reese Beekman an NBA player? I can't tell you. To me, it seems like he's in between, and he's not necessarily getting the go ahead to shoot like 3-pointers all the time. So I think his role is more defense once he comes up to the net. But that's interesting. You know what I mean? That's interesting. And I'm gonna switch the topics a little bit. Because I ain't finna stay too long on this. You know what I mean? Y'all see what the G Leaguers do. Y'all see what I'm gonna go back to my to me. Y'all see what the G Leaguers do and what I talk about. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta accept what is. These guys are nice, as I said on the last podcast. Shout out to Leaf Diggy. You heard? Go follow Leaf on Twitter. Go follow Leaf on YouTube. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you got to see. There might be quality there. It could be 1 or 2 things wrong with a player down there, right? That they got to work on, something they got to work on to get to the NBA level. Something is stopping them from getting to the NBA level. Sometimes they're just not an NBA guy. Sometimes they're right in between the NBA and the G League, and they can't figure it out. Sometimes it is what it is. But sometimes you got something down there. Don't think. I cannot remember the number. I was talking to Leaf on Breeze's podcast about the number. They said it was a high number, like how many call-ups? I think it was over 100 call-ups from the G League. You know what I mean? Up and down the whole season. Call-ups. AJ Lawson. I thought AJ Lawson was going to get called up to us. Toronto took him. And he was doing well for Toronto, still not shooting well from 3, but he's balling out for them. So don't think that there's players down there who is just like, they trash. That's a false narrative about the G League players. And I'm going to give a shout out to Bronny James because I hear Stephen A. apologizing, changing his tune about Bronny. You know what I mean? Bronny been down there putting up numbers, and Bronny came up. I seen the other game that he came up. And he did well for the Lakers. I think he dropped 18 or 20 points or something like that. I don't remember. Don't quote me. You know what I mean? But like I said, sometimes you need that time down there to figure it out. And if you're given a green light, sometimes you can figure it out down there. Do not sleep on these G League players because they're not in the league right away. Sometimes they got to go that way for them to figure it out, as I said. Now, next topic, right? I'm going to talk about the draft picks. I'm going to talk about the draft picks today. And on Twitter, there has been 2 polls going around saying if we have the number 5 pick, who do we want? Trey Johnson, Maluach, Jeremiah Fears. Over 2,000 fans have voted for Jeremiah. Have the fans spoken to the Nets organization and say, even if Trey Johnson is on the board, we want Jeremiah Fears? Is that what it is? Have they spoken? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all think the fans spoke enough to get Jeremiah Fears if we land at 5. Even if we land at 6, they still want Jeremiah. Is Jeremiah the point guard for the Nets for the future? Y'all let me know. Holler at me. Let me know something, because this is interesting. You know, they got Queen still on the board, Jeremiah on the board, Maluach on the board, Trey Johnson on the board, Con Knipple on the board. There's a few players still on the board, but the fans say Jeremiah is who they want. You know what I mean? Y'all already know. I already told y'all about Jeremiah. Shout out to Big Fan Breezy. Follow his blog on YouTube. You heard? You know what I mean? Y'all already heard what I said about Jeremiah. If y'all follow, Pod even said, shout out to Pod Thorne. Follow him on Twitter. Iceman was the first one to see something in Jeremiah way back. You know what I mean? Told y'all about Jeremiah. Now look at him. They think Jeremiah should go top 5 from going not mentioned to top 5. You know what I mean? So y'all let me know. And there's another topic about the draft picks, right? I do not think the Nets should trade any draft picks unless they want to get into the lottery and they choose the right guy. What I mean by that is, if you want to trade, if you draft Jeremiah and you trade a pick all the way up to get Queen, if you trade 2 picks, Cam Johnson, Nick Claxton, whatever, right? To get Queen, I could understand. But if you just trading a pick because you don't want to draft 5 players, you're bugging out. I think the Nets need to draft all 5 players. Here's why. You know what I mean? Listen to what Iceman be telling y'all, because I be on something. Doing the mock drafts, right? Hear me out. Doing the mock drafts, there is only one 7-foot power forward who can play center, who I would consider playing center, is Danny Wolf. Other than Danny Wolf, Alex Condon from Florida, he's 6'11", and he may be another one. So, and Janai Broom, but he's 6'10". And the NBA is getting taller at the power forward position. I'm not taking nothing away from Janai Broom. I got him on my draft board, but he's not 7 foot. He's not 6'11", right? He's not that athletic like that. He's not high athletic like that. So when you think about Janai Broom and a power forward position, you want someone taller, you know, Evan Mobley from the Cavaliers. And the league is going that way, right? The league is going that way. So when you draft that first pick and your next pick is like 19 or 20, and I also thought about Sorber. Sorber is 6'10", right? But you don't want Sorber as your center. You don't want Derek Queen as your center. Queen could possibly play center, but he's not going to be a shot blocking center. So you're going to need to draft a center behind those two, right? Even though they can spell you center minutes at times. I'm not sure Derek Queen could play center full time. I'm not sure, and I'm not saying he can't. I just don't know. But in that time, the way that the league is looking, you're going to need another big man. And like I said, Danny Wolf and Alex Condon is really the only 2 that I've seen on there as tall power forwards who can play center at times. So you would need to draft a Clark Brenner. You would need to draft a Max Reynaud, right? You would need those 2 7-footers, even Maluach. right? So with that being said, I don't think they should trade um the other two picks or one pick, because then you leave yourself short. And there aren't that many wings. There aren't that many wings in the draft. So once you get past Ace and Coop, you limited on wings. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a few wings there, right? There's a few wings there. But you will see, if you did a mock draft, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. It gets in the 20s, in the 20s, it gets really difficult to make a decision on the player you want, right? It gets really difficult. And like I said, if you pass up on Danny Wolf, like, you know what I mean? You can go athletic guys, 6'9", athletic, but you won't have a 7-foot power forward. You won't have a 6'11" power forward, because there's only two, I believe, that I've seen. I could be wrong. Y'all can let me know. You know what I'm saying? But what I've seen so far trying to draft and the players that I would take, you know what I mean, it's limited. So the Nets need to use all their picks as best that they can, or come up with a strategy, because the Nets fans also said they want a big, stretch big, someone who can shoot the three, like Brenner and Reynard. You know what I mean? And Brenner's the shot blocker, and Reynard is the scorer. He can block shots also. You know what I mean? But he's a rebounding scorer, Reynard. So, with that being said, let me know what y'all think. You heard? And get back to me. Y'all know my motto. Y'all don't have to like. Y'all don't have to like. Y'all don't have to subscribe, because I don't know anything. You heard? Holla at me.